Hello everyone and we welcome you back to day 2 of the playoffs for the Pro Gaming Series 2017. We are your shoutcasters for game 2 of round 2. I'm Vulcan and joining with me is Amplify.
Yeah, so we just witnessed a crazy roller coaster game earlier. Oh man, it was just really crazy. I mean, anyone could have won all the way until like the 36-minute mark probably. It was just IPT, they were able to secure a Baron and an Elder. But anyway, let's just take a look at the gauntlet for today. So again, yesterday we saw IPT win against Jengski Esports. They were able to get a 2-0. So Jengski was not able to win a single game, and IPT did it in such a dominating fashion. And then we did move on to today. It's the semifinals, and this is the last step to finding out who will face Mineski in the finals. Will it be IPT or will AEX go for the reverse sweep? That's what we want to find out really as we enter game 2 in this best of 3. I don't know. I'm really not sure if AEX will be able to bounce back from that game 1. I mean, just like Shinbu said, game 1 had such a big weight because I have a feeling that was going to control really the momentum. IPT, they really feel like they have to redeem themselves ever since they lost in Rampage 2016 against AEX. Meanwhile, AEX, they just really wanted to be able to upset IPT once again, but let's see if they'll be able to do that this game.
So as you said, I mean, this is the best of 3. If IPT, wins this time, that's it. They're going straight to the finals. But if Acclaim and X, they secure one victory, we're going to go to game 3.
Exactly, for a tiebreaker. But now we're going to be looking at the bans. Graves, Zac, and Malzahar being banned on the side of IPT. Meanwhile, AEX, they go for the Shen, Ezreal, and the Lulu. So interesting, now they're going to be taking away the Ezreal and the Shen. This does leave a couple of junglers open. Name a few. It's going to be the Rengar and the Kha'Zix rivalry for this game as Tamzu and Hechizo actually.
Oh, Hechizo on
actually
that Rumble.
playing in this game. So they're going to be locking in the Rumble and then the Zyra. Meanwhile, they're going to be taking away Zilean from Light once again. So I'm curious to see what Light is going to be playing this game. He did experiment with Azir during the group stage, but that did not end well. So we'll see how things go here. Karma being hovered over once again, and it's actually locked in. So we're going to be seeing Jhin banned, and then the Katarina and Tristana banned as well on the side of IPT. Jace is taken away from Light, so Light's pool getting smaller and smaller, but the same goes for AEX. Wow! Okay, so Twitch is something that Gen V has loved, even during the previous splits. It's something that he's liked to play. In terms of win rate, I'm actually not so confident in the win rate of Gen V on Twitch, but it is something, again, that I like to say he's quite comfortable on. Meanwhile, Ashe being, I think, the obvious choice here ever since the specially nerf onto the Varus in patch 7.5, which we're playing in right now.
I mean, we might see again a top Karma and a mid Galio.
Oh my!
I mean,
it's a Galio.
It could be a support Galio, but we know AEX. They like to play around. They like to really be, expose themselves and try new things. So let's hope that this second game, they will be able to bag a victory so that we can move on to game 3 and it's going to be a tiebreaker. So AEX still has a chance. And that's going to be
Galio
mid Galio and a support Karma and a top Zilean against the
Wow. And, okay, he hasn't even been reworked yet.
Yeah, not yet.
So this is the classic Galio that we're going to be seeing. Karma is actually going to be going over to Cannon, which Cannon is very much comfortable on. So looking at the team compositions, actually it's going to be Hechizo and, what do you call this? LVLC for support now instead of Rebenga. So we're having 2 players.
Ivalice will be playing the support.
Yeah,
role this
Ivalice,
time.
sorry.
And the same as go to, there's been some switches in the roster for now. And we see a sub coming in for Ivalice. And I'm actually excited to see. I mean, the Galio has not yet been reworked, but he is still an anti-AP champion.
Yeah,
and the shield, if you go full AP Galio, that shield is just insane.
Yeah.
You're going to regenerate. They wouldn't even deal damage towards you.
Exactly.
So I think this is a good pickup against a heavy AP champion like Ari. Plus the movement she relies on can be locked on by the idol of the land.
Not just that. I mean, even Rumble and Zyra are going to be having a hard time once this Galio does come in. As the final compositions are locked in, we're going to be seeing again a double mage composition. Actually, I guess you could say triple, because that is going to be the Zilean at top lane for Endless Ace. So really, Cannon and Endless Ace just switched champions, but it's going to be a really interesting game as, again, Imperium Pro Team are 1 game away from the finals against Mineski. If they win this one, it's all over and IPT would have gained the revenge they've been looking for ever since they had lost to AEX back in Rampage 2016. This is going to be a very intense match. AEX, this is their last hope of them making it into the finals. And again, we want to remind you guys that this game, or rather this split, is extremely significant, especially because we will be having the GPL for the first time ever here in the Philippines live. So whoever is going to be winning the PGS finals will be representing the Philippines and facing the other Southeast Asian teams as they face off on the stage. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the Rift.
And now with that said, let's get straight to the game 2. IPT on the blue side versus AEX on the red side. We'll see if AEX, will give IPT that sweet revenge, or AEX will deny that revenge.
Yeah, again.
And make
Deny IPT.
Yeah, and deny IPT and make IPT want that revenge next split.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be another long wait. And I can only imagine how hungry IPT must be after having to wait from Rampage 2016 till now. This is the moment they've been waiting for to try and get to the finals. And now we'll see. It's going to be a standard start so far.
Yeah, we've seen in game on how thirsty, they were and how hungry they were. I mean, just picking up members of AEX one by one, that's something that IPT, likes to play around. And after members, like the high priority members like, Gen V, Calculated, got eliminated from the map.
Yeah.
They went straight to the turret objective, so let's hope that AEX will not make that same mistake.
Yeah, it's really all about the discipline, because from the previous game, that was the one thing that we were most worried about. We saw Gen V flashing in at random times, was so aggressive, and the same for Canon News on Zillion, flashing through the wall, expecting to get a bomb kill. It was, it's just aggression misplaced everywhere. And so now we'll have to see if they can control their aggression this time and really make the most out of their power spikes. Looking at the team compositions, IPT is going to explode at mid-game with this kind of a team composition. Meanwhile, for AEX, they do have actually double assassin with the Twitch and the Kha'Zix, so they will be looking to sort of make picks here and there. I guess it's just awkward because once again, AEX, they are kind of lacking the CC. Going to be relying on the double bomb from Zillion and the flash taunt from the Galio.
I mean, if the flash of, Calculated is not there, they don't have that, decent initiator. I mean, Karma is there with the speed boost. Plus, Galio has that utility, the third skill that has the gust for the movement speed, but I don't think that's enough. And look at that, Cannon really soaking up that damage against, it's a support Zyra. You're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, I mean, they're really pushing out the lane right now, and it looks like it's going to be a difficult bot lane start here for AEX. Meanwhile, it's going to be Rumble versus Zillion. That's not a matchup we see every day, so I actually don't even know what to say about that matchup. It's really just going to be a wave clear battle, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, like what you said, Zillion's going to have a really hard time even killing a Rumble.
Yeah.
But also know that we always see Endless Ace. He always over pushes.
Yeah.
That makes him vulnerable to ganks. And let's hope that he plays those necessary wards so that he's not an easy target. This is actually a really crucial game for AEX, same as IPT. If they want to go to the finals and represent the Philippines.
Yeah, it's still an open road right now. There's no 100% of a sure spot really of who's going to be facing Mineski. Damsu hiding in the bush, but he's going to be... Oh, actually, he's going to stay. Waiting for JLC to try and push forward, but I think JLC can feel this one. So
it's actually a really risky gank if he dives the turret this near. JLC is actually really hugging that turret like his life depends on it, and also how AEX plays is really, showing. Look at that.
Bullet.
IPT read their mistake and Endless Ace splashed away. He is chugging at the potion. The burn will not finish him off, but Damsu is in danger and has full strike. Whoa!
Oh no!
Secure the first blood and a flash in by JLC with the flame spitter. Another kill. That is gonna make IPT smile.
Oh my god! What a horrible start for AEX, and oh my god, Calculated!
Calculated, I'm not sure why he committed to that, fight. He's really low, and the rocket is going to give JLC that second kill. 2 kills and 1 assist. Calculated will have, a really bad time in the mid lane for giving JLC. Really, 2-0 is actually a big lead. 4 minutes into the game.
Never mind the controlled aggression, I guess. It was just total aggression in the top lane, and again, giving up 3 kills this early on and putting JLC on a rumble at 2-0, 3-5 minutes. That's just the worst you could
That's
do,
really the
really, in the early game.
And with those 2 kills and 1 assist, JLC comes back fresh from the base with the Mercury threats. That's gonna give Endless Ace a really hard time in
Yeah.
landing his bombs. I mean, the tenacity is gonna help. What Zillion really is good at is to slow the enemy, stun them, and really lock in that kill. But with that, tenacity, it's gonna be harder for him.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the advantages that Endless Ace had earlier against JLC was that
He has
Endless Ace, he
mobility.
was able to push the wave over and over, but this is no longer something that Zillion can do against the Rumble, especially when Rumble's in the lead. So now you have to wonder what Endless Ace is going to be used, how Endless Ace is going to be useful throughout the game, except probably to just keep Tamsu and Genvi alive. But in lane itself, Endless Ace won't be able to do much.
And in the bot lane, Genvi is really
Oh.
having a hard time against that Zyra
Oh.
support. And if Hate,
Oh my.
landed that last basic attack, that would have secured him a kill. And we can see that Kulit is in the riverside trying to rotate towards the bot lane of AEX. Might go for a gang. Really close, actually. Look at that. He will be going for a dive, and this
Goodbye.
will be Genvi burning his heal and flashing away from the bolo strike of Kulit.
So there goes bot lane and top lane dominance. Just like that, pre-7 minutes in IPT, already have a very convincing lead at both bot and top lane side lanes, looking very different from how they did during the first game, where AEX actually looked like they had control, with that Tristana, with the Karma, and Kulit really trying to invade, despite the nerfs onto this Rengar. Hechizo, or rather Kulit actually, still going for the Rengar.
Might see a skirmish into the river, a bit of a vision battle going on, but going to the bot lane, Genvi comes back with the BF sword, will help him deal
Oh.
more damage against that Ashe, and I hope that's the item he's gonna rush. I mean, instead of getting a Rune Hunter again, getting a BF sword is really good, whereas Hate got 2 long swords and a boost of speed.
Yeah, so let's see how that bot lane is gonna roll. Looking at the CS, actually, IPT winning all lanes so far, though except for Endless Ace, he does have a slight lead in CS, 42 to 35, but not that big really. So we'll see
But
what
it's
they
the
decide
fact
to
that
do.
Hate has that, mobility, the damage, where Genvi only has pure damage, and it's so hard to dodge Zyra says, Strangle
Yeah.
Thorns. If you don't have enough mobility, then rushing a BF sword is okay, but you're really having a hard time against,
Yeah.
Zyra. That long range Strangle Thorn is gonna be really painful, and no matter how much damage you have, if you can't kite it, that's not gonna be good for you. And Twitch really needs that mobility.
Yeah, it's very true. It's gonna be this laning phase is gonna be torture.
Yeah, it's gonna be torture.
for AEX, and they're gonna have to be patient, and that's actually something that we really question. AEX's patience. It seems like they really just want to win the game straight up as early as possible, and it really does bite them back in the butt. 8 minutes in, and I guess looking at the team compositions right now, it really makes me worry, because during game 1, after seeing the stuff that AEX brought out, I had to ask myself, what else did AEX have up their sleeve, upon entering game 2? Was there anything else they could bring out that could surprise IPT? Because, IPT, they have pretty deep champion pools, and they are veterans after all, so it is quite a given. Meanwhile, AEX, I really don't know what other strategies they have aside from this double mage on the side lanes, and right now it's really not working out. So
And in the bot lane, the CS difference is increasing as the game goes. I mean, 78 to 49. That's huge. I mean, that's
Yeah.
close to 2 kills already.
yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Light with a pretty good CS lead here at mid. Negatron cloak first from Calculated. There's gonna be a TP.
A TP towards the bot
They're
lane.
making-
JLC is making an approach. He has the equalize.
Oh,
Kill for Kulit. That is actually a surprise. I mean, the equalizer was on point with the blue side of
sniping.
yeah,
with
the
the
snipe of
equalizer.
AEX. There was no vision there, and it was on point.
Yeah, fully committed team fight actually there coming in from IPT. They will be sacrificing a bit of the momentum from top lane. Actually, Zillion is pushing in, but they were able to secure that kill. So that does give Actually, I think Kulit was the one who was able to secure that one. So it's actually 2-2 on Rengar and the Rumble. And again, 4-0 in.
I mean, what happened there was the equalizer was really on point, and also not to mention that that equalizer. I'm not sure how JLC predicted that movement in the blue side, really cutting up AEX escape route. That's really something. And guys, sorry for the pause. We are having some technical difficulties. We'll resume pretty much quickly after we resolve this issue.
Yeah, just a bit of a technical issue, but we will be going back into the game soon. But again, looking at this, 10 minutes in and it's a 4-0. And you have to want, this is really, 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 really intense. I mean, this really affects the momentum of each of the players because if at 10 minutes in, you know, I mean, looking at game one, things were so even. It was anyone's game. And so AEX probably felt, okay, guys, we didn't really lose game one that heavily. So game two, there's still some hope. But when it starts off like this, where you're down by 4 kills and a 3k gold lead at 10 minutes in, it really, really makes you worry. So this is now going to be testing AEX endurance and their ability to still keep their cool, you know, despite being behind. Will they be able to come up with a strategy? I mean, looking at AEX's team composition, again, like I said, lacking that reliable engage, there are really few options that they have to be able to bounce back, aside from looking for a couple of picks with the Twitch and with the Kha'Zix.
And not to mention, AEX is really falling behind in gold itemization. The CS is huge right now against the bot lane. We have sorted 2 daggers. That's not going to do much against Hade, who actually finished up the tier 2 boots. More mobility against the Twitch and against Kensei, and wow, that's what happened. Here comes the gang from Tamzu, won't be doing much. The idol of Duran Flash in fails, and that's why Light was able to get away.
Yeah, so completely predicting that one, he just pressed R to dodge that. And this is exactly what I mean. That's literally the only reliable engage that is in the arsenal of AEX, and when it fails like it just did, their chances of securing kills are just really, really low. Meanwhile, IPT have so many options because they have the engage from this Ashe. They can split push. They can go for the picks with the bullet on Rengar. And here we go!
Cannon is actually going towards the turret while Genvi goes toward the inner turret. Let's see how this plays out. And looking at the position of Cannon and Genvi, they're clearly splitting up. And Rebenga's there, same as JLC. Cannon will be the first one to go down. That's going to be a tower dive for him, and we'll see that momentarily.
Oh, it says 0. We were fooled. Okay, so let's go back. Anyway, okay, so that looked really, really scary. Again, like I said, this is just another manifestation of IPT having so many options, really, because again, they have better, well, slightly better engage because Kulit can be the one to jump in and start out the picks, and then the follow-up from the Zyra. You've got the Ashe ult, for example, to start off engages. So it does look, well, let's just say the engages look more feasible on the side of IPT. Meanwhile, AEX, again, we saw the mid lane gank. Didn't go well because the ult of Galio didn't land. So what options really does AEX have with this kind of composition where you lack CC, but you need to snowball? Genvi and Tamsu, Cannon, almost going down.
And Garena will be the first one to go down and give it the kill to Hade. And here comes JLC with the flash and flame spitter. Will not finish off Genvi, but Tamsu is there just trying to get away from IPT's 4-man gank. The top lane turn is diminishing in health. That's not going to happen. And IPT backs away.
There's the discipline, giving over the kill to Hade. Another one of the carries here, of course, of IPT is going to be pushing in as they switch lanes, actually. They're going to be keeping that bot lane there. Meanwhile, the Rumble is going to be recalling and moving over to bot lane. So they're going to be going for, well, this is something I haven't said or seen in a while, a lane swap. That's not something we've seen in a while, but I think they will be resetting. And actually, most of the members are going to be going over to bot lane now. We're seeing the Rumble. Oh, never mind. Ashe and Zyra going to be going all
Genvi gets speed up, trying to call Light off guard. He gets slowed. That's not going to result into a kill. Light gets away because the fact that AEX's initiate is so obvious. I mean, if you don't see the bot lane's ADC, what can you assume? Genvi's it's camouflage mode.
Yeah.
Calculated doesn't have flash. What? And Light really diving in and charming Calculated.
Oh,
it's going to be a giving each of them a kill.
Wow, that was really, really ballsy of Light there to go in with such low HP. Genvi though, going for the
Gently making
NB.
his approach, he can't really do much. I mean, if he shows himself, that's gonna give, Rebecca's gonna be like, oh, thank you. Let me just,
I mean, I wouldn't be even surprised at this point if Genvi did that, considering he flashes in all the time. But he actually he shows some semblance of control, so he does decide to back out there. Meanwhile, JLC gonna be trying to push in. So yeah, since bot outer turret was taken out, they do put the bot lane of IPT to transfer to top lane to try and take this new objective, which is going to be the second turret of the game, possibly. Only Endless Ace to defend this, and Kha'Zix going to be moving up now. Let's see if AEX can actually defend this one. GLC spotted out there, almost landing the double bomb.
Right now, what AEX is doing is trying to salvage the laning phase. I mean, it's almost 40 minutes to the game. IPT is just everywhere in the map. They have secured the first turret, and that's why it gives them so much space to move around and really pressuring AEX. And with only Endless Ace defending his top lane turret, and here comes Cannon. I wonder if this is what they need. I mean, with 2 against 1, IPT clearly has the advantage in terms of gold, item, and members of the team. And look at that.
Now it's going to be the Cloud Drake, which will help them because this does give a lot of mobility over to Rengar and to Ahri, so they will be able to slightly move faster and maybe secure those picks a bit better.
And not to mention for Rebecca also, that Zyra.
Yeah.
Which you also need, right now, movement speed is actually a good buff to have. If looking how IPT plays, they like to move around the map a lot, that's going to be a lot of pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Kulit staying over at bot lane. He is going to be pushing it in just a bit. I think IPT might decide to go for an engage. Equalizer is up and TP is up as well. Light landing the charm.
Landing the charm and Calculated has that shield to really sustain himself. Armor and magic resistance will be enough. But here comes Tamsu for maybe a gank. He might live in. There is also Cannon with the Karma. Let's hope that AEX is really timing it right, thinking before they act.
Man, IPT, they just have full control over the map right now. They're pushing bot, they're pushing mid, they're pushing top. And Ahri and Rumble can really just decide to go wherever lane they choose and go for whatever objective. This is probably going to be... Oh, no. Okay, so there's enough wave clear just to keep mid turrets safe. But all the lanes are pushing in, and this makes it so much more difficult, actually, for AEX to get their assassins to do something. This is really...
yeah,
really
I mean, Calculated wasted a flash. Failed the SS. Failed the ultimate of Idol Duran.
Oh, no.
What does that mean?
Oh!
Enchanted the arrow will land, and the Equalizer is going to really try to torch Tamsu. Tamsu is gonna die, but he has the ultimate of that Zillion, so it's going to be a reset for AEX to try and defend this outer top lane turret.
See, I don't think they'll be able to defend this, and it does go down. Ash could be the one to finish that one off, and now the gold, ladies and gentlemen, 6,000 at 16 minutes in with 6 kills, and IPT is sporting a pretty scary lead.
A very scary lead indeed, but I can also, say that Galio into the mid game, he has some utility, but the fact that he heavily relies on that flash.
Yeah.
I mean, if you use a flash, what does that mean? That's 300-second cooldown. That's close to 5 minutes of, let's say, IPT's like, oh, he already used his flash. So
yeah, exactly.
in that 5-minute window, they're like, we can go all in on that. They don't have an initiate. We can initiate. We have a Zyra. We have also the Ash with the enchanted crystal arrow. What does that mean for AEX?
I mean, what I'm thinking is one of the few options that AEX have here, which is actually what they used to defeat IPT back in Rampage 2016, is to play reactively, because they do have a kit for that. With a Galio ult, with a Karma shield, with a ult from Zillion as well. You have this opportunity to actually play reactive, wait for IPT to over-engage, and then use all of that CC and have Tamsu clean up with the Kha'Zix, so as well as Genvi on Twitch. So that's one way I can see AEX using it, but that does require a lot of setup and a lot of mind games, because you have to be able, to first set up the waves, you have to be able to put down the vision so that you don't get flanked, and then you have to wait for IPT to actually make the mistake of over-engaging, which is really unreliable. So
yeah, it's the fact that AEX should not be the one to initiate. Like what you said, IPT has to initiate and AEX has to react.
Yeah.
They have to be the counter play, don't start the fight. They have to make the fight that IPT started into their favor.
Yeah,
I mean, they have the Idol of Duran, but they have to wait it out. Obviously, Gen V is not even finishing any item as of now. It's 17 minutes into the game, whereas Hade already has its Essence Reaver.
Yeah, they really have to slow down the game and put down that vision again. They've got vision down on the bot side near the Dragon. Baron is coming up in 1 minute and 50, and the next Drake is going to be a Mountain Drake. Oh, wow!
A flash in by Calculated. Item through and full channel. That's gonna kill off Rebenga. Calculated gets the kill, but the Stranglethorn is there to knock it off. Here comes the Zillion ultimate for Calculated to survive. JLC flashes away, but Light also overcommits. It's going to be a nice wrap out for AEX.
Okay, so they get a kill, but that's it.
That's it.
So they're not able to push in because Kulit was creeping around on the side. This top lane is pushing, and Kulit might be able to get this one. So that's the worry. At this point in the game, if they burn all their ults and all their cooldowns, they can only get so much as a kill and not even translate it into an objective, which is why they need to slow the game down. They need to play reactively, put up the vision, and just try to prevent IPT from getting the objectives from pushing in. So we'll take a look at that replay. Calculated with the balls. He just flashes in, goes for the kill. Rebenga does go down, but again, you have to use all these ults. Cannon actually even puts down his ult just for safety.
He also used his flash to even get in range for that.
And then Zillion uses his ult as well. So literally,
Another
almost
flash.
every single ult was
flashes.
burned for 1 kill.
Yeah, 3 flashes were
Oh my.
burned, and look at that. IPT, knowing that they don't have flashes, they don't have ultimates, getting the kill onto Endless Ace and knocking on AEX doors. They're really pushing out the lane. It's 19 minutes into the game, and the Baron will be live at extra added pressure.
Yeah, this gold lead is seriously getting scary. They have to slow this one down. Baron coming up in a couple of seconds, and the Dragon is coming up in a couple too. See what they decide to do. They have the lanes, the side lanes pushing in.
Oh, Genvi down. Genvi's kill, and that's going to be a kill for Genvi finally, and this will be the redemption, but no, Kulit on the record deals a lot of damage. He has the Empower Battle Roar. He instead uses it for the Polar Strike. Calculated gets slowed, but he has the shield to heal himself. JLC is still sticking to
Equalizer.
it. Equalizer is still ready. They might, he might use it, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, so they're going to be...
Because the Baron is live,
Yes.
and the Mountain Drake will be optional.
They'll save it for the team fight. Endless Ace is here to try and push out the mid lane, and Ash actually is trying to push in the side lanes as well. It's really going to be a battle of side wave management as they set up for this Mountain Drake Scuttle being initiated by Tamsu here. Looking at the items, at least Gen V has the Runans and the BF Sword, but that's going to be going up against Kate's Essence Reaper. So...
I mean, Gen V is going to be a real threat in the
Oh!
late game, but that's
Kulit
not
going
going to
for
be
the ult.
too much. But Kulit on the taunt with that Rengar wards are placed. He gets spotted, and
Galio in the back.
AEX knows what's going to happen. Here comes Gen V, camouflage.
Oh,
Kulit just
no.
assassinated. Calculated. This will be a 4 versus 5 equalizer to knock off AEX escape. Cannon flashed away from the crystal arrow. This will give IPT their second Drake.
Yikes, the vision was not there. Calculated didn't see that Kulit was on his ult, so he wasn't able to anticipate that. He was looking to go for the backline engage, but instead he's the one who gets surprised. And this might even cost them the Baron?
They can. The timer on Calculated right now is like 7 seconds,
my
and
God.
they have the mount. They have the mountain. They can really seize this, Baron
Oh my
really
god,
quickly.
it's going down so fast.
Yeah, they have the mountain drink. They can really just take it without any problem. Light offering some help with the charm. Damson might dive in, but gets
Lord!
stuck in. He overcommits, goes for the steal,
Oh.
but fails instead. Kulit on with the smite, and now Damson with no resets, no escape. That's gonna look pretty bad for AEX.
My goodness, 10,000 gold lead at 21 minutes in, and IPT dominating AEX like they sure wish they had been since Rampage 2016. And things are just things have gotten really out of hand with this, and you have to wonder how did it happen so quickly. The laning phase really just not going in AEX's favor. Every single lane losing, especially the bot lane.
And did you see how IPT was playing in the Baron pit area? Rebenga on point with the Vine, Light
Yeah.
with the charm. Really, Tamsu right there got tunnel vision,
Yeah.
just focusing on the Baron and ignoring all the damage he was receiving.
Yeah, exactly. And there's actually going to be the link for our search and win. So for those of you who are interested to join that one, quickly shoot up that link and get a chance to win a mystery gift. You just got to be sure to be the first one Okay, getting back into the game, 22 minutes in. Again, things completely out of control right now. And IPT have all the options in the world with this team composition. Looking at the KDAs, 405 on Kulit with his Rengar, and he must be having the time of his life squishing the bug that is Tamsu right now. And it's so weird. So weird to see Tamsu, you know, this behind, considering how much of a carry he was in the previous split.
The nerfs are really showing right now. The vitality side is Kha'Zix's nerf is really, you know, punishing Tamsu in this game. But I like to really point out that JOC's itemization is going for that Zonia's Hourglass. That's going to be a bait. I mean, you keep on the Flame Splitter and you pop your Zonia's continuous damage plus the burn from the Liandry's AEX. They have the anti-AP champion, which is Galio, but they can't really use it properly without the flash.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, oh no, Kulit. I think you just picked the fight you might regret. He's actually going to be jumping on the Endless Ace.
He tries to get away with the Battle Roar. Kulit gets slowed, and this will be a disengage for AEX.
No CC to hold
And
him
look at
down.
that. IPT got the mid lane, the inhibitor, and the
Oh
equalizer
no!
will start the fight. Calculated has the ultimate of Zilla. He will survive, but the exhaust being burned up to Light. Look at Light right now. He gets taunted by the Idol of Duran. This might be a turnaround. No! He gets shut down by Light. This will be a cleanup for JLC with a Flame Spinner. Cannon is dangerously low. He'll be taking down. 4 members are down on AEX, while Light is the only member down. This will be game set.
Pretty much, I mean, just a dominating performance from IPT in Game 2, and my goodness, I did not expect the last game of AEX here in the PGS Spring Split to be such a huge, huge loss, and IPT really showing their hunger to be able to make it to the finals. And ladies and gentlemen, after weeks and weeks of hard work and a wait since Rampage 2016, IPT will be facing Mineski for the finals of the PGS Spring Split.
Congratulations for IPT securing their spot onto the finals, and what a game it was. IPT are clearly, you know, it's
Clearly a dominating performance.
clearly a dominating performance. They've, you know, really shut down AEX's laning phase. We've seen it in game, actually on round 1
Yeah,
against Gens Esports. They played the same game.
exactly. I mean,
Out-rotated.
you have to keep in mind the context of IPT's victory right now, which is so relevant because when you look back, when we jump back all the way to Rampage 2016, grabe yung disappointment dun na IPT. Not just the team itself, but even the audience. Lahat tayo in-expect natin yung IPT yung mananalo no Rampage 2016. And they lost to AEX, which was at the time just a new team-ish, especially when you compare them to IPT that are such veterans. And so IPT, after losing Rampage, you know, they were so hungry. They wanted to be able to make it to the finals, which AEX had stolen from them. And now, it's very clear, IPT had been working hard ever since the beginning to try and make it, and they did. They'll be facing Mineski, and looking at the final scores for just a bit, you can really see Kulit had the time of his life. The laning phase just went so much in favor of IPT, and looking
wow,
at the damage, look at that.
There's a pattern right now. From round 1, IPT just clearly out-damaged against Esports, and now on round 2, out-damaging again AEX twice.
Yes.
It just goes to show how much strategy was, you know, placed just from the picking phase alone and the drafting phase. IPT just completely shut down AEX's lineup.
Yes, so man, I mean, AEX, they had a great run, but only one team can make it to the finals, and it's going to be Imperium Pro Team. And now we'll be having the veteran battle that I think we all saw coming. It's going to be Imperium Pro Team versus Mineski, who will be facing off to represent the Philippines at GPL, which will also be happening very soon. So again, GG, well played to our teams. IPT doing so great. We'll be back actually in a bit with an interview.
Yeah,
but before that, we have
the Guess
That
That
Pro.
Pro. You've been waiting for it, and here it is, guys. Input that link as fast as you can. We'll be revealing the answer shortly. The clue is one of the best junglers in the PGS loves to play engage-oriented champions for his team. Former jungler of Naga Esports.
Yeah, so I wonder who this is. So if you guys know the answer, quickly type in that link on the address bar and guess who that pro is for a chance to win a prize. Let's see. It will be revealed in just a bit, just in case you guys don't know which player this is. One of the best junglers in the PGS. Former jungler of Naga Esports who was alive up until the previous split.
Yep. I mean,
Let's
they've
see.
been, relegated out, so
Yeah.
that's, and also they have been disbanded as far
Oh,
as I
sorry.
know.
Naga was alive. The pre 2 splits ago.
Yeah,
Sorry.
two
Yeah.
splits ago, they have been disbanded because
Yeah.
they couldn't find a proper mid laner, as far
Mhm.
as I know. And guys, hurry it up. There's the link. Answer it so you can win that prize.
Yes. Let's see. Who is this pro?
What do you
And we're
think
gonna
it
be
is?
revealing the pro in just a bit. In three, two,
Two, one.
one. That pro is Kulit.
Lit.
Yeah, so he did transfer. He came initially from Mineski, and then he transferred over to Naga for some time. And then when Naga disappeared, he transferred again, and now here he is in IPT, experiencing the finals. He'll be going over with IPT over to finals again against Mineski.
And congratulations to anyone who actually answered that question,
Yeah.
correctly. You'll be having your prize inserted in 5 working days. That's
Yeah.
actually our, standard for it. So
Yeah.
make sure you wait for that. You won the gift. You won the question.
Yeah.
You won't get it immediately, so please be patient for that. And once again, guys, we were your shoutcasters for Game 2 of Round 2 of the Pro Gaming Series 2017. We have been shoutcasters. I'm Vulcan, and joining with me is Amplifier.
Yes.
Congratulations to IPT playing into the finals. We'll be back with an interview probably after a short break.
Oh no!
We'll start the fight. Calculated has the ultimate auxiliary. He will survive, but his exhaust is burnt up to the side. He looks at the light right now. He gets started by the idol. This might be a turnaround. No! He gets shut down by light. He gets clean up for Jingles. He's in the flame spitter. Cannon is empty though. He will be taken down. 4 members are down on the AEX. While light is going in without. This will be game set.
Pretty much, I mean, just a dominating performance from IPT King 2, and my goodness, I did not expect the last game of AEX here in the BTS Basement to be such a huge loss. IPT really showing their hunger to be able to make it to the finals, and ladies and gentlemen, after weeks and weeks of hard work and a wait since round 16, IPT will be facing Mineski for the finals of the BTS Spring Split.
Congratulations for IPT securing a spot.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Makikita nyo sa overlay natin, o diba? Ang daming logo ng IPT. Tatlo sa gauntlet. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, galing lamang sa kanilang 2-0 sweep dito sa Best of 3 series against AEX. We have, pinapaunlakan po tayo. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Kulit here, jungler of Imperium Pro Team. Of course, with me, ang inyong interviewer, I'm gonna be Shinbu with 1 for an eye. Of course, ayan, so let's get down. Okay ka naman?
Nice.
Oo, solid nung game kanina. Of course, seryoso na, sabi nga ni Sir Raf. So, anyway, going to an interview for our question. First up is, syempre alam natin, kasama mo dun sa jungle position nung nagsimula yung ating regular season was with Head Shizo. So, other half nung jungle. Ngayon, ano yun? Ano yung mindset mo of entering this team for IPT, sharing the jungle role with Head Shizo in the regular season, and ngayon sa playoffs, ikaw yung talagang fully nagpapilot ngayon ng jungle position for IPT.
Ang playstyle kasi na ito is more on carry type.
Okay.
Ako kasi more rotation and vision around the map, kaya mas preference siguro yung playstyle ko kaysa kay Hedges ako. Lalo na for playoffs, importante yung mga ganung bagay.
Oo. And kaya mo i-lower yung mic mo. Ayan, okay. So that's gonna be nice. Pero yun, belly vision, no? So on the macro, so it feeds more on the plans and plano ngayon dito ng IPT dito sa playoffs against the other teams. Now, if that is the case, vision, macro, about that game kanina against the, cheesy team, alam natin, wild animal ang AEX to handle, but you won that one, IPT, convincingly. What happened in that game? Who handles the shot calling? Napansin namin in the early game, you spent a good amount of time sa top lane. Sino yung nag-call nito?
Actually, parang naglaro lang sila sa face ng laro ko. Pag may sinasabi ako gagang sa top, pupunta sila sa top. Sinaset up lang nila ako. Hindi siya more on team, more on self na lang sa akin. Nagtitiwala sila sa mga ikot ko.
Bali, hindi siya pre-made. Talagang ikaw na muna bahala. Ikaw na muna bahala kulit. Tapos doon nagre-react yung team. Okay. Pero for the most part, ikaw rin ba yung nagdadala ng shot calling for the team or sa early game lamang to?
Well, medyo malaki yung bosses ko sa team, and mostly yung call naman is ano yung pinaka may sense.
Okay.
Kaya doon lang susunod.
That's nice to know. I like that word. Ano yung pinaka may sense? So you have lots of options really when you make a play sa team nyo. Tapos ano yung may pinaka may sense? We're learning from you. Okay. So for this for the final question, of course, finals na. Finals na, ladies and gentlemen, the 4th consecutive finals of Imperium Pro Team, and you're facing a classic enemy. Mineski, what are your preparations dito?
Since kakampi ko sila ng matagal,
Okay.
medyo alam ko yung mga ano yung kahinaan nila or
May leak.
whatnot.
Leak.
Pero magpe-prepare kami para manalo for this split.
Definitely,
Definitely.
heavy investment in the preparation.
Yes.
No? Okay, kulit. Maraming salamat. Again, meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan sa mga viewers, sa mga supporters ng IPT, and of course, for you?
Thank you sa mga nakating ko dati. Mineski, Naga, pati magulang ko. Hi mama.
MVP yung anak nyo. Meron pa ba? Any
Wala.
special someone?
Wala.
Okay. Wala na. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our MVP of the semifinals. IPT Kulit, ladies and gentlemen. At ito na po, this is the conclusion of our playoffs. Next week, kita-kits po tayo sa finals. Imperium Pro Team, All Hail versus Mineski. Sino kaya magwawagi, ladies and gentlemen? Kami po. Ako po yung naging shoutcaster for this game. And of course, with me is our MVP, Jungle of Imperium Pro Team, IPT Kulit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the day 2 concluded for the playoffs of the Pro Gaming Series 2017 Spring Split powered by Bacchus Energy Drink. Drive your energy. Magandang gabi sa mga Summoners.